Zeiss 28mm f2.8 Leica M mount, black version. Today let's talk about this lens. The current price for a new one is around 4,500 yuan, while a second-hand one goes for about 3,000 yuan. The silver second-hand version is slightly more expensive than the black one. Before I got this lens, I owned the Zeiss 25 f2.8 and the Zeiss 35 f1.4. both with Leica M mounts. At that time, I mainly used them on the Leica M246, as well as adapted to Sony A7R II. The Zeiss 35 f1.4 paired with the M246 felt like lifting weights. It was extremely heavy. It completely takes away the compact feeling that Leica is known for. But when I switched to the Zeiss 28 f2.8, I suddenly realized how light it could be. In terms of the weight, the 28 f2.8 is 230 grams, which is 30 grams lighter than the 25 f2.8. Don't underestimate those 30 grams. When I often use the 25 f2.8 with the M246, it didn't surprise me the way the 28 f2.8 did. The 35 f1.4 at 381 grams is just too heavy. It's like weightlifting the whole time. From a weight perspective, the Zeiss 35 f2 or 50 f2 paired with a larger Leica M body would also be a good option. So, why did I sell the 25 f2.8? Reasonably speaking, 25mm is a unique focal lens for Zeiss. No one else does 25mm. It's usually 24 or 28. Zeiss has produced quite a few 25mm lenses. Even earlier, I had a Contax SLR era 25 f2.8, which was also excellent. The main reason I sold the Leica M mount 25 f2.8 was that after I bought the Leica M11, it showed some color casts, especially with greens popping up. This doesn't happen with the native Leica lenses. Meanwhile, third-party lenses like Voigtlander tend to have yellowish skin tones and muted colors. What I'm trying to say is that the Zeiss 28 f2.8 doesn't have these color issues. It delivers rich, vibrant colors with a level of quality close to the native lenses. However, I mostly use the 28 f2.8 on my black and white M246 body because the weight balance is just so perfect. The sharpness of the 28 f2.8 is also incredibly high. I have two Leica lenses, the 35 f1.4, the new close focus version, and the previous generation 50 f1.4. These large aperture lenses perform wonderfully in low light, but when I stop down, the sharpness doesn't quite match the Zeiss 28 f2.8. When I picked up this lens from the second-hand market, I didn't pay too much attention to inspecting it. Later, when I wanted to sell it, my buyer noticed some dust inside the lens. This is something you can only spot under strong light. In daily use, I didn't notice the dust at all. Later, I shot the sky at f/22 and could indeed see some traces, but the impact is honestly negligible. Alright, let's wrap it up. The Zeiss 28 f2.8 is an excellent lens because it's so light, making it a great match for models like the M240, M9 or M10, those with removable base plates. These cameras are pretty heavy, so they pair wonderfully with a lens around 200 something grams. 28 f2.8, the color richness is on par with native lenses, and its sharpness is top-notch. The price is a little bit concerned, given its f2.8 aperture, the 4,500 yuan price tag for a new one is close to the Voigtlander 28 f2 and 28 1.5 next door. Of course, there is also the Chinese-made Typod 28 f1.4 in the same price range, with the aperture that goes all the way to f1.4. However, in terms of color performance, compared with my current Voigtlander lenses, the Zeiss 28 f2.8 still comes out on top. I'm currently selling this lens, but I'm also thinking about picking up a silver version later to match my silver M11 body. That's it for today's video. See you next time.